Well, we got the update on Paul George and Joel Embiid that we were waiting for, but it's not what we wanted to hear. Joel Embiid is also being punished by the NBA for one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of. We have a Doc Rivers roast for old time's sake. And should Sixers fans boo Tobias Harris on Wednesday? Run it back, nation. What is good? Sixers sickos. What is good? Thank you for being here. Give me 1,000 likes on this video and subscribe to the channel. We are approaching 25,000 subscribers. This is brought to you by DraftKings. Get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 using promo code RUNITBACK. I lost another parlay last night because of Doc Rivers again. Never bet. Why would I ever bet? Anyway, it's also brought to you by Game Time Ticket app. Download the Game Time Ticket app. Use promo code CLNS for $20 off. Use Game Time to get your tickets for Wednesday's game in Philly to boo Tobias Harris. All right, let's get into the business, man. I got duped yesterday. All right? I got hoodwinked. I got bamboozled. I saw a tweet that said, breaking, 76er star Paul George is expected to make his regular season debut Wednesday versus the Pistons per Ramona Shelburne. And I shared it on my Instagram page, and it got over 1,200 likes, 1,200 and some likes and shares, and then I found out it was fake. Because it's from Muse PG8. Okay, George Muse. Why would I be dumb enough to think that a report from a Muse page was a real report? That is not what Ramona Shelburne said. This is what Ramona Shelburne said. She said this yesterday.
Right now, no, not that concerned, because I think Embiid and Paul George are on their way back, man. The impression I have, we'll get another update on them tomorrow. They were off today, and they'll give an update on both their statuses tomorrow. And I think they're both pretty close to coming back here. And so you don't need to freak out right now.
So Ramona Shelburne says they're pretty close to coming back. You don't need to freak out right now, and we'll have another update tomorrow. Now, if you remember all of the James Harden trade scenarios, all of the drama that ever happens with the 76ers, somebody in the 76ers front office pipes the information directly to Ramona Shelburne so that she can tell us. And it's becoming propaganda. Okay, the 76ers organization lies to the fans through reporters like Ramona Shelburne. It's just a fact at this point. Anyway, she said, hey, don't freak out, everybody. They're going to come back soon. We'll have an update tomorrow. Okay? Well, Keith Pompey gave us the update. Sixers All-Stars Joel Embiid and Paul George are out tomorrow versus Detroit. The team said they participated in portions of practice today and will be reassessed later in the week. The thing about an update like this is it's not a fucking update. That's not a fucking update. We're going to give you an update tomorrow on whether or not Joel Embiid and Paul George are going to play. Here's the update. Paul George and Joel Embiid are out tomorrow versus Detroit. The team said they participated in portions of practice and will be reassessed later in the week. The update is that they're out, but you're not telling us why. Okay? An update on Joel Embiid and Paul George, an honest update would go like this. Paul George went through portions of practice today and is still experiencing pain in his left knee after the hyperextension he suffered in the preseason, so he is ruled out for Wednesday. That's an update. You see what I mean? It's an actual update on the injury. You gave us no update. You just said they're out. They participated in practice and they'll be reassessed last week. What's the point of reassessing or assessing at all if you're not going to tell people what the fucking assessment was? This team pisses me off so much, dude. Joel Embiid, we still don't even know why he's not playing. We don't know why he missed the first game of the season. We don't know why he missed the first 3 games of the season. Now he's missing game number 4 of the season, and we still have no fucking idea why. Is he injured? He had knee surgery. He played in the playoffs. He played in the Olympics. 3 months later, he misses the first 4 games of the season, and they won't tell us why. And stop with the goddamn load management shit, because missing the first 4 games of a season without ever playing a game is not load management. So there's your Joel Embiid and Paul George update, brought to you by a bunch of fucking liars. Moving on. God, I hate this team so much, dude. Joel Embiid was assessed a technical foul for waving a towel during a free throw in the Pacers game. The funny thing about this is, apologies for that. The funny thing about this is he was assessed a technical foul after the game. A post-game technical foul. Only Joel Embiid could have a post-game technical foul. Only the Sixers could be assessed a post-game technical foul. I've never heard of that in my life. And Joel Embiid has more technical fouls than games played so far this season. Joel Embiid is tied for first in technical fouls in the Sixers organization without ever playing a game. Anyway, he was waving a towel during the Andrew Nembhard free throw in overtime, and he got a technical foul for that. Apparently, players are not allowed to distract somebody shooting a free throw by waving a towel. I don't actually, Joel, I don't ever think I've seen a player wave a towel during a free throw. So Sixers fans are acting like the NBA is attacking the Sixers. I mean, no, you can't wave a fucking towel from the bench when a player's shooting a free throw. And people are like, what about the fans? Yeah, that's the fans. Did you ever see a whole row of players on the sideline waving towels when someone's shooting a free throw? No, that would be ridiculous, would it not? We got to be honest here. You can't wave a towel when someone's shooting a free throw. So Joel Embiid, still ramping up. Signed a 3-year extension. Is getting another $190 million or whatever. Has yet to play a game this season. But he is dumb enough to wave a fucking towel during a free throw. Thank you, Joel. I just can't believe this stupid team. Doc Rivers had a parlay yesterday on DraftKings. I took the Bucks over the Celtics. I just thought with the Celtics starting out 3-0, they were due for a loss. They're not going to go 82-0. I thought maybe the Bucks would come out of the shithole that they've been in to start the season for at least one game, and they were hanging in there for 3 quarters. And then they absolutely collapsed in the fourth in true Doc Rivers fashion and in true me having a parlay bet fashion. Adrian Griffin was 30-13 with the Bucks. They fired him because Giannis said so. And then they hired Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is 18-21 with the Bucks. Another coach that the Sixers were right about. We were right about Brett Brown. Never got another head coaching job, but the haters said that we just run coaches out of town. It's not the coach's fault. The players got to play. We saw 3 years of Doc Rivers. Haters said we ran him out of town. It's always the coach's fault. The players got to play. But when you look at a product on the court and you see just fundamentals missing and you see lack of discipline and lack of hustle and lack of care and heart and constant miscommunication, it always comes back to the coach because it comes back to the practice and what are they doing repetition-wise, and are they reviewing film? The frustrating thing with Doc Rivers when he was with the Sixers was it was the same thing all the time. Nothing changed. I was so confused as how you didn't take a video, a clip of PJ Tucker pump faking in the corner and say to him, hey, why aren't you shooting the ball? The guy held nobody accountable. Thank the basketball gods once again that we have somebody like Nick Nurse, because you saw what happened against Toronto. They got out-rebounded by 1,000,000. They lacked heart and hustle. They got embarrassed. Very next game, 20 offensive rebounds, won the rebound battle, diving on the floor, hustling everywhere because Nick Nurse gets in the lab. And he says, we're not going to win shit if you guys are playing like this. Doc Rivers, not so much. Can't wait for Doc Rivers to blame Dame, Giannis, somebody else for him getting fired, because He's going to get fired from the Milwaukee Bucks. Last thing is, outside of the Paul George, Joel Embiid thing, the Sixers do play the Detroit Pistons on Wednesday. Tobias Harris, who has been absolutely atrocious so far this season for the Detroit Pistons because he sucks, is returning to Philadelphia. The question is, should Sixers fans boo Tobias Harris? The answer is absolutely 100% yes. 76ers fans should boo the ever-living fuck out of Tobias Harris because he was paid a max contract and he played in this city and showed absolutely no heart, no hustle, no extra effort, didn't give a shit. Yes, he should be booed. The people that just, he was just overpaid. It's not his fault. He didn't live up to the contract. It is his fault. We watched him play every night. He's a shitty basketball player. That's my analysis on Tobias Harris. And now Detroit Pistons fans are figuring that out too. He sucks. He was 2 for 12 last night. Yes, they should absolutely boo Tobias Harris. And thank the Lord we have guys like Gershon Yabusele, who's losing money. Gershon Yabusele is taking a pay cut off of his EuroLeague contract to take a chance in the NBA. And he's doing more on the floor right now than Tobias Harris ever did in 6 seasons. Hustling his tail off for offensive rebounds, diving out of bounds, diving on the floor. Those are the kind of players that Philly loves. Blue-collar, nitty-gritty, underdog, guy with a chip on his shoulder. At least I don't have any Sixers players to rant about this season. I've had Sixers players to rant about for a lot of seasons now. It was the Ben Simmons thing. It was the Markelle Fultz thing. It was the Tobias Harris thing. It was the PJ Tucker thing. It was the Brett Brown. It was Doc Rivers. At least most of my quarrels with the 76ers roster are gone. Now it's just the 76ers front office and ownership being a bunch of scumbag piece of shit liars. But what's new? All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon, man. I'm out. Peace.